We will see about SAP UI5 development. Now in today's class we will see about the introduction of SAP UI5. So SAP UI5 introduction. Now we will see what is SAP UI5. SAP UI5 is a software to develop SAP and non-SAP front-end web applications. And non-SAP front-end web applications. It is used to build client-side applications. That is nothing but web applications. And also, this is a software which can be developed independent to the backend development. Means we don't have to worry about when backend development is going to be finished. For example, we need to consume data from a backend data service. So for that we can, we don't have to wait for backend data service development have to be finished, or we don't have to worry about constantly communicating with the backend data services at the time of a development. Once backend development is completed, the front-end web application developed with SAP UI5 can be connected to the backend development. The only thing which we need to take care is if proper data is being passed, and also a proper event handling. For example, if we have to read customer data, we have to make sure that we are calling a read method from the backend data services for that particular customer. So project planning is important, but we can develop applications without having to depend on the backend development completion stage. So now we will see about SAP UI5 availability, where it is available. So it is available for the customers, SAP customers, as well as non-SAP customers. Means any user who is who is not SAP customer is nothing but non-SAP customers. For SAP customers, it is available as from SAP Service Marketplace. SAP Service Marketplace is a software available over internet for SAP customers. So SAP UI5 can be downloaded from SAP Service Marketplace and it can be consumed. And also SAP NetWeaver on-demand add-on. So if SAP customers means clients who has purchased SAP software, for those clients NetWeaver is provided by the SAP. So if a NetWeaver is provided, along with it as an add-on, SAP UI5 can be given by the SAP to their customers. And third form of availability of SAP UI5 is through HANA Cloud Platform. It is nothing but a platform as a service by SAP. Means Fiori for SAP customers, if they want to develop Fiori applications or web applications, they can use HANA Cloud Platform. And even for non-SAP customers as well, the only option for them to use SAP UI5 is through HANA Cloud Platform. And one more option is available, that is nothing but CDN. CDN is nothing but a content delivery network. So, what is a network? Network is a set of servers. Set of servers over internet. So, content. What is content? Content is any content like SAP UI5. So, content delivered. This is SAP UI5 delivered over network by a set of servers is nothing but content delivery network. So, what is content delivery? By CDN address, by specifying CDN address in SAP UI5 applications, we can access SAP UI5 JavaScript core file through which we can access the functionality for all the components, for all the controls of SAP UI5 application. We will see what this CDN address is. SAP UI5 dot SAP UI5 dot HANA dot ondemand.com slash sources slash SAP UI4.js. So this is a content delivery network address. If we specify this content delivery network address in any HTML page in a script tag, we can load this JavaScript file into that HTML application, by means of which all the SAP UI5 functionality can be accessed by that HTML5 application. For example, if we want to include any controls from SAP UI5, we have to include this JavaScript file in the HTML page which we are developing, so that so that by including this JavaScript file, we can access SAP UI5 controls or SAP UI5 elements in our HTML5 applications. So this is nothing but called but CDN address. Now we will see about history of SAP UI5. In 2010, in the year 2010, SAP UI5 application development is started. SAP UI5 project is started by the name of Phoenix. So that is the reason, even now, if we go to Internet Explorer, SAP UI5 HANA ondemand.com, this is nothing but the demo kit, SAP UI5 demo kit. So if we go there, and if we see the SAP UI5 logo, we can find a bird symbol. This is bird resembling a phoenix. Phoenix is nothing but the project name. And also in the year 2014, SAP, until year 2014, SAP UI5 is a proprietary language of SAP, proprietary framework of SAP. But then in 2014, they have decided to open source SAP UI5, and the open source software is nothing but called Open UI5. This Open UI5 and SAP UI5 have both the same code base. They share the same code base. So that is the reason as soon as SAP UI5 get any updates, Open UI5 also get the updates at the same time. But Open UI5 is an open source software, unlike SAP UI5 software. And Open UI5 is available under Apache 2.0 license version. Almost everything which can be done by SAP UI5 can also be done by Open UI5. But there are some more features available in SAP UI5 which are not available in Open UI5 because of lack of license by SAP. And now we will see the features of SAP UI5. The firstly, SAP UI5 can be developed independent of back-end application development, as I said earlier. So that is one important feature. Means data source can be anything. It can be Oracle database or SAP HANA in-memory database, or else some other database, a third database, and we don't have to worry about where the data is coming from. We can simply develop a front-end web applications using SAP irrespective of the backend data services. SAP UI5 application development is independent of backend database connectivity. And now one very much important feature of SAP UI5 is nothing but the demo kit. Demo kit is the first feature of SAP UI5, and we have already seen this demo kit, and there are two websites through which we can access demo kit. First one is sapui5.hana.ondemand.com, and the second one is sapui5.netweaver.ondemand.com. These are the two demo kits available, and we will launch these two. sap.netweaver.ondemand.com. I launch this one. SAP UI5.netweaver.ondemand.com. Another one is SAP UI5.hana.ondemand.com. These are the two demo kits available, and we can see the version number is 1.42.8 here for ondemand.com, and even for SAP NetWeaver ondemand.com the version number is 1.42.8. So basically there is no difference between NetWeaver ondemand.com and HANA ondemand.com, but we have two websites available for the same single SAP UI5 demo kit. And when it comes to versions, we have 1.42.8. It is shown as 1.42.8. 42.8. So what is 1.42.8? For us to get some idea, 1.42 is the actual version number, SAP UI5 demo kit. So if it is, we can see that this is even number, and if we go through different version numbers, we can find both even numbers and odd numbers. For example, 1.41 is an odd number. And what even number and odd number, significance of even number is it is available for partners and customers, SAP partners and SAP customers. Whereas odd number is means it is available only for SAP internal use. It is not supposed to be used by SAP customers. And this 8 says that it is patch number of the version. Now we will see different demo kit components. We have a developer guide which has all the tutorials, different examples, and the complete documentation. We can see the tutorials, how to develop applications with SAP Fiori elements. So all these are available in the developer guide. And explode component consists of different controls which are already implemented. We can see how they look in the Explode app. For example, breadcrumb is there. So we can see how this breadcrumb looks like. What is the behavior of the breadcrumb? And we can as well see a sample code also. Here, this is the sample code, and this is breadcrumb. And we can see the sample code here, how it is coded by using SAP UI5 controls, SAP UI5 tags. And we have API reference. This is again documentation, but for a particular control, all the controls. For example, this is, and also classes are also there. Classes of SAP.UI is a class, and inside the class, what are all the methods available? Each and every method sample code is available. What are all the attributes available in that in those methods? All these are available. And the demo apps is a complete SAP UI5 application development. Sample means examples. There are few completely developed applications. API reference or Explode app has the controls examples, but this has the complete application example. Means each and every application uses a lot of controls in it. So that is the difference between demo app and Explode app. Icons is nothing but the icons available in SAP UI5. For example, this is the activate. See here, this is an activate icon. See how it looks. It looks beautiful. And we have the controls. Controls is again the control documentation. We can see what are all the controls available. What is the difference between API reference and controls? Controls explicitly have the control documentation and it shows only the controls, and API reference also has the classes and everything. Now if we go to SAP UI5 application, We can develop this SAP UI5 application using model view controller concept. Another important feature of SAP UI5 is model view controller. We will see what is model view controller in depth in our later sessions. But as of now, model is the component of SAP UI5 application from where we connect to the backend database. So there are different model types available in SAP UI5, and we use all these models to connect to database services. And the view is the view for the end user. Means if we have to see a control in the SAP UI5 application development, so what is shown, on the component which shows us the control is nothing but the view, or the application is shown to the end user by using a view. So we can't see the model, actually we see only the view. And what is controller is, controller takes care of the actions performed by the end user. For example, if a user presses a submit button, and what needs to happen after the submitting via submit button will be taken care by controller. So that is MVC concept. So we have different model types available and also different view types available. Different view types are JavaScript view, HTML, JSON, XML. So we will also see what these view types are in detail in our later sessions. As of now, just as an introduction, we have different types of view types available in SAP UI5 application development. The most preferred view type by the developers is XML view type. This is because of easy of understandability and easy of coding. We use XML views. But to implement a complex scenario, we can use a JavaScript view type. So this can be used internally by SAP employees for SAP internal use. But generally the most preferred view type available for the users is XML view. And now we will see another important feature, that is nothing but the cross-browser compatibility. What is this cross-browser compatibility? Means in any browser, user should be able to view. User should be able to view the application. So what is cross-browser compatibility? SAP UI5 uses jQuery library in its core JavaScript library. So all the functions which are developed in SAP UI core.js library, JavaScript library, are based on jQuery. So that is the reason jQuery, the important aspect of a jQuery is it is a cross-browser compatible. Means all the in all the browsers, the elements developed, a component. For example, a field label or drop down values or text field or any other control which is developed using SAP UI5 behaves the same across all the components. That is nothing but a cross browser compatibility. And also SAP UI5 applications are device agnostic applications. Device agnostic. What is device agnostic? Means SAP UI5 applications can detect from which device these applications are getting invoked. For example, if the UI5 application is seen from a mobile device, SAP UI5 application adjusts itself to be visibly, to be visible proper to the customer who is launching that application. And also, if the same application is launched in a bigger device like a desktop, which is having 17 inches screen size, again application adjusts itself to be visible properly in that 17 inches device. That is nothing but a device agnostic. If at all the application is not configured properly for that 17 inches device, we can still go and make necessary changes using the configuration available in SAP UI5. This is nothing but a device agnostic. For a developer doesn't have to do anything much to show the controls differently in different devices. He doesn't have to do much. By default, they behave like that. But again, in some cases, if a user wants a particular behavior to be adaptable to a bigger screen size device, for example, in that case, he can still do it by using configurations available in SAP UI5. And other important feature of SAP UI5 is UI theme designer. With the UI theme designer, there are different themes available in SAP UI5. That is a gold reflection theme, for example, blue crystal theme, and high contrast black theme. So these are all the predefined themes available in SAP UI5. In a gold reflection theme, background is bit goldish in nature, means gold colors. Look and feel will be different. Layout of the colors will be different. So whichever the end user likes, they can get their applications developed in that theme. So all these themes are designed using UI theme designer. That is one very important aspect of UI theme designer. And another important aspect is, feature is localization and translation. For example, what is localization and translation? If a user is from Slovakia, for example, so for him, the application texts are provided in a Slovakian language for his ease of useness. So that is nothing but a localization and a translation. And also Slovakian time is automatically calculated, automatically converted and shown to the Slovakian user. If he is from Germany, again German language will be shown to the user. Not all the text elements, but some text elements which are which can be translated, those will be translated and will be shown to the user. If at all end user desires every element to be translated to his native language, it can also be done. And now it is another important feature is accessibility. So there can be a number, I mean, there are a number of customers. So for all these customers, um, for example, visually impaired customers will also be there in SAP, and users will also be there in SAP. So they will be using screen readers for using SAP UI5 application. So, for example, if the user has to use a screen reader on his device, then these applications have to be of a high contrast. Means the elements, text elements, have to be of a high contrast, and also text controls are also have to be of a high contrast for a screen reader for easily reading the screen content. So that is the reason SAP has provided a predefined theme that is nothing but high contrast black theme, and this high contrast black theme and this high contrast black theme has high contrast so that the screen reader can easily read all the text elements, and it guides the end user, I mean even the visually impaired user, to know what is there to use SAP with applications with ease. And also, before releasing any controller to the market, SAP uses a JAWS screen reader provided by Internet Explorer. So SAP UI5 performs accessibility tests before releasing their controls into the market. And also, other important feature is open source components of SAP UI5. Open source technologies. So there are different open source technologies used. One is jQuery. jQuery is cross-browser compatible. That is the reason SAP UI5 is also cross-browser compatible. And handlebars, data.js. Next one is a data.js, which is very important. Model class in SAP UI5 is developed using data.js. As a model of SAP UI5 is developed using data.js. Data.js is a JavaScript library for data-centric web applications. JavaScript library for data-centric web applications. So the model is the component in SAP UI5 application which is able to connect to any backend data service for consumption of data from that particular data service. Model is based on data.js. Data.js is nothing but data JavaScript library for data-centric web applications, and model is used to connect two different data services for consumption of data. So another open source which is available for in SAP UI5 is handlebar. So this is again one more open source which is included in SAP UI5 core application development. Now we will see what are all the SAP UI5 use cases. One important use case of SAP UI5 is Fiori application development. What is Fiori? Fiori is a guideline provided by SAP to develop its applications. For example, theme has to be blue crystal theme. These are all the controls end user should be able to use in Fiori application development. So predefined theme and controls and behavior and unique behavior defined by SAP is called Fiori, and applications which are developed on these guidelines are nothing but Fiori applications. So there are three different types of Fiori applications available. Those are transactional apps, analytical apps, and Fiori apps. What are transactional apps? Transactional means daily transactions, which so the applications which deal with the daily applications which deal with daily transactions is nothing but transactional apps, transactional Fiori apps. For example, sales order creation and modification. This is just an example. So on daily basis, if a user performs any transactions, the applications which deals with those transactions are nothing but transactional apps. Analytical apps means these are used for reporting. Number of items delivered in a particular hour. This is a report. So this report is in a Fiori called an analytical app. Report can be classified as analytical app. And the third app is fact sheet app. This fact sheet app deals with the centralized business objects, mostly master data. For example, a business partner is there. Business partner fact sheet app shows all the data pertaining to the business partner. For example, this business partner has this address. This business partner is a sole party in the system. This business partner has purchased these number of products. This business partner is has done a servicing on this particular day. So all these things which are this business partner is a centralized business object. So without a business partner, lot of actions do not happen in SAP. So because of that centralized business object, we will be able to see the data pertaining to it in a centralized way. So those apps dealing with these centralized business objects are nothing but fact sheet apps. And now finally we will see what are all the products, alternative products available. Not alternative products. SAP UI5 is a unique product, but again, the competitors or the competitive technologies by different companies, we will see here, which are which behave or which try to behave similar to SAP UI5. Each and every product is unique. They are defined for a specific purpose, but we'll see the similarities and dissimilarities. So React Angular is a product developed by Twitter. I mean, Angular is a technology developed by Twitter to design a Twitter applications. So the look and feel is good, but as we know, Twitter is used to tweet the is used to tweet mostly. This Angular doesn't have so many predefined widgets as SAP has. So that is the reason Angular has a drawback when compared to SAP UI5. Not many controls are available. And React is another technology developed by Facebook. And this React technology deals with views and not more than that. So this React cannot be connected to the backend. No, another very much important competitor or a similar technology is Sencha. This is Sencha uses a ext.js JavaScript library, and this Sencha has almost all the features which SAP UI5 has. So it is a similar product compared to SAP UI5. They have a lot of things in common, like localization and translation, theming, means different themes can be designed using Sencha, cross-browser compatibility, and also open source frameworks and are used in application development of Sencha as well. So both Sencha and SAP UI5 have many things in common, except that OpenUI5 is not there in Sencha. Means open source sibling is not there in such Sencha. That is the advantage of SAP UI5. SAP UI5 has an open source sibling, that is nothing but OpenUI5. So what is OpenUI5? OpenUI5 is an open source network by SAP, open source framework by SAP UI5, and everyone can use OpenUI5. It is available open to everyone. So it is available as a customers doesn't have to be SAP customers. They just have to purchase the license of Apache 2. So if users purchase Apache 2 license, then they can use OpenUI5. OpenUI5 also has a two also has a demo kit that is nothing but the address, CDN address for OpenUI5 is openui5.com/resources/SAP UI4.js. So this is the CDN address for OpenUI5, and OpenUI5 demo kit website address is openui5.hana.ondemand.com, and the versioning which is available in OpenUI5 is also the same versioning which is available for SAP UI5. That is, it has the version format of version was the plus patch number. Odd number versions are used for SAP internal user. Odd number versions are used for internal use of OpenUI5 application developers, and even numbers are again used for OpenUI5 customers in their application development. So this is all about SAP UI5. In the next session, we will continue in the next session with in-depth details of SAP UI5.